Welcome to another edition of Smart Chat. You guessed it, here on YouTube.com. And the news is a day old already, but the great Ryan Braun has agreed to take a 65-game suspension, which correlates to the rest of the season for his role, his partaking in the festivities of the biogenesis scandal. Now, backtrack a year or two ago, the great Ryan Braun tested positive for PEDs, and he says, no, I am innocent. And the reason why I'm innocent is the individual that collected my sample in Bumblefuck, United States, has an agenda against me, and I am innocent. It was contaminated. And based on the technicality, the way it was collected and it was sent out a day later, whatever the exact details were, Ryan Braun got let go. Cleared. Now fast forward to a day or two ago, he takes that plea bargain, 65 days, suspended, rolling biogenesis. Long story short, for your explanation, is he knew he was in deep shit. Rather than face something more severe, probably 100 games or whatever it was, he bargained it down, made a deal for 65 games. And you're probably thinking to yourself, or at least I am already, enough with the steroids. Enough. I made a video about the steroids in the Baseball Hall of Fame a couple of weeks ago, and how at this point you really don't know who's clean, who's dirty, who's clean, who's not. You don't know. So why not let just all of these guys into the Hall of Fame that are under the suspicion, or just let them all in, because you really don't know. But you're tired of hearing about steroids. I am. Baseball at this point, take for example what they've done with Ryan Braun. They announced him publicly. So now what baseball is doing is trying to pretend that they had no idea what was going on after the baseball strike and the home run race between Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa. They're going to turn their back and make believe that didn't happen, that they knew nothing about it, and now they're trying to be the holy rollers and trying to do a wrong, especially Bud Selig, because he was the commissioner right then. His commissionership is ending. He's trying to make a name for himself. But enough of this. The only way, and what baseball seems to be doing, now the rumor is, supposedly, according to John Heyman, 2 or 3 weeks from now, A-Rod will be the next person to be suspended. And, depending on what sources that you read, you hear anywhere from a lifetime ban to a plea bargain, to no plea bargain, to fighting it. You're just sick and tired of the steroids. The only way for baseball to move past this whole steroid issue is to release all those names that were on that list a few years ago. Remember that list a few years ago where baseball players were given a test and they were promised anonymity, that the names won't be released? You remember that list? The only way to make correct, and turn a new page, is to release all those names. The reason being, if you do not release all those names, and I understand it was sealed, but if you do not release those names, every once in a while you're always going to have a individual saying, well, I have proof this guy did it. I have proof that guy did it. I know that guy did it. So you always won't be able to move past the steroids, because they're always going to be more leaked information as time goes on. So the only way to rid yourself completely of this is making this list public. Now, they were promised anonymity, but, and I don't know if this is just A-Rod's luck or not, but his name was leaked. He was one of the individuals on that list. Why was it leaked? Who knows? Probably because he's the big fish of the game. He's the one that everyone flocks to. He's the one that everyone wants a story from. He is the highest player in the game. So, to start anew, you have to release all these names, because there's always going to be suspicion throughout the remainder of all these years to come. If you release the names in one shot, it will be less of a shock than if you're releasing it slowly, 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 slowly. That suspicion. It will go away a lot quicker than what baseball is trying to do right now. You know, I also hear some suggestions or some callers calling in is that players that are in the league right now, take for example Chris Davis, that he should test himself to prove his name clear of any steroid use, because now he's having a monster year and automatically people assume that he's juiced or that he's dirty, and they're saying, well, give yourself a test, show everyone, end the suspicion. And you know, that's just plain idiocy. The reason being is whenever you're conducting it yourself, people automatically are going to assume that, of course, why would you publicize you not passing a test if you took it by yourself? Of course, you're going to make yourself look the best you can in your own light if you conduct a test by yourself. So that's stupidity. The way to prove yourself is by taking a test and being clean. It's just a shame the era that we're in now is you don't know who's clean and who's dirty. And again, the only way to start anew for baseball is to release all these names. Just get it out in the open in one shot and start anew. Because without it, there will always be suspicion. So let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know your comments. All my information is found right below. And until next time, later.